Hey, what's up, buff dudes? So I was just sitting around, having a steak sandwich without the bread, reminiscing about that time I was rollerblading through Manila and had to punch my way out of several Filipino knife fights. When all of a sudden, the mailman came a-ringing with a fresh case of Tokidoki Unicornos, Cherry Blossom Series 2. But before I get into this, I also ordered 2 Mermicornos that I just opened off camera, but I should have waited because look at what I got. I got the Chaser. It's a Mysterio. Seems like, I'm guessing, a dragon. But very cool to get the Chaser. Very, very lucky. And he's really cool looking. Very different than the other ones. Loving that tail on him. These antlers and everything look just really, really cool. And of course, he's got a nice gold chain. And the other one I got is really awesome too. Not the Lottie, which is the one I wanted the most, but I did get this one. I believe it's Ophelia, but it's a little octopus one. So translucent body, and the mane is tentacles. And he's got this tiny little octopus right here. Cool details and sculpting, and also very nice paint job on this one as well. So really glad I added those 2 boxes to this one. I also received 2 stickers. These are the ones I got. Pretty cool, very colorful. And one more thing, which is one of the fun parts about collecting Unicornos, is that you get doubles, right? Well, that's not the fun part, but the fun part is trading with another collector. And this one is from fellow YouTuber Adara Unboxed. I'll link her channel below. She has several Tokidoki videos if you like this kind of thing. And she is one to offer her actual opinions on things. Not just, I like everything. So if you're interested in that, check her out. So she used actual Tokidoki paper. That's nice. Oh, and it looks like she put some extras in here. Oh, so now I got 2 of these, which is cool. Eventually what I want to do is, I have a desk where I use 2 filing cabinets, and then I use a white door on top, right? But what's cool about those is you get a lot of space. And I think on the filing cabinets, I want to fill them with Tokidoki stickers on the sides. So really appreciate having an extra one of those. And this little notepad. So I work in agriculture with a bunch of tough dudes. So I actually can't wait to use this to give them notes. I think that'll be kind of funny. Yeah, and I really like that. Little gorilla. The Empire State Building. Really cool. I love Tokidoki's design. And I could always use another pen. Thank you very much for the trade so far. And this is what I traded. This is from the Delicious series. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Delicious. So it's hard to tell, but these definitely look a little smaller in person. But I kind of like that because they generally keep, the same kind of size, plastic-wise, as the bigger Unicornos. Or else it'd be really super big. But what's perfect about this trade, I had a couple of doubles from the Fruit series that I sent her. But what's cool about this one is that the doubles she had were the ones I wanted the most. Like this Berrylicious one, I think is really cool. I love the clear, jam on top. Love the colors and details on this one. And of course, cheesecake, my favorite. And raspberries and things. Very nice. And this is Cupcorno. Also very colorful. Little strawberry on top. And I like the tokidoki logo inside of the pink circle on the actual cupcake. What do you call that? Wrapper? Really, really cool. Really like these two. So thank you very much, Adara, for that trade. All right. On to the Cherry Blossom series. So when you order enough for a case, they send you them in this box, which is a lot nicer, less risky than trying to buy a bunch of random ones. But of course, you know, expensive because you have to get the whole case, right? This one comes with 6. And I gotta say that this is some of the most creative package design I've seen. You can pause it on there if you want to read that. Love that Tokidoki really thinks about the box art. And I love that they're not cheap. They use nice foil stamping. Just makes it a lot nicer, right? Even though this is just the box, I appreciate the package design. Really like the cherry blossom on top. I'm guessing that's not just interlinked and actually either taped or glued. So I'm going to open it from the bottom to preserve how nice that looks. Because yeah, I like to keep the boxes. At least one of them anyway. So before I get into this one does have a single chaser. But it's actually not my favorite one in this series. I'll let you know what my favorite one is when I get to it. So this one is Ambrosia. And I'm not too sure what Ambrosia means, but to me it looks like, you know, an ice cream cone. So I like that. I like when they sculpt in these different textures. Loving the swirls in the hair. Little flower looks really nice. And I'm guessing this is like the little spoon or stick that you use to eat the ice cream. And it looks like maybe it's melting a little bit here with those details. Really pretty cool, but I really like this flower. Is Ambrosia a flower? And I'm just not guessing that. That's got to be a cherry blossom, right? Let me know what Ambrosia is. I've heard that before, but never figured out what that is. Here's a little insert. It's usually like a checklist. Okay, so this bag seems a little bigger. And this is Prim. Now, I want to say that this might be my least favorite one. Not because it's not detailed or anything. Some of these unicornos have these little curly cues on here, and I don't know, there's something about that aesthetically I just don't like. And I don't like these little draped over dresses either. There's several like that. And yeah, I'm just not a fan of those. I like the style without these draped over effects like that, but that's just a personal preference because it is nice and detailed. You see little cherry blossoms over here, little bows. These look glued on, so there's no sloppiness in the paint. Like a little bit of the white coming over onto the green here, but you don't see that with these ones, and that's very minimal. And it looks like her cheeks are blushing there. Overall, it's a cute, nice figure, just not one of my favorite ones. Right? This bag looks smaller. Not sure why they put that one in a bigger bag. Seems to be about the same size as the rest. Okay, so this one is Petal, and it's similar to the Prim one, where it does have this like dress on, but I do like this one better. I like that it's metallic. It's got some extra details there in the ear. Cherry Blossom bow. Yeah, I like her little crown. She has a little jewel in the middle there. I like this one better, even though maybe my second to least favorite. But also very cute, very girly. And also quality-wise done very well. I don't see any flaws on this one really. Okay, so this is definitely my favorite one of this series. I think it's ethereal. Yeah, ethereal. And it really conveys that with the clear body and kind of like this wispy, almost like a cloud kind of sculpt on it. Little cloud emblem here. I like this extra little cloud embellishment in gold behind the eye. And yeah, the clear ones are always going to look a little bit more eye-catching. And it has these little, they look like hearts, but also cherry blossom petals. And yeah, to me, this is just a very interesting design. I love when they change the sculpting a little bit, but still kind of keep the basic elements of the Unicornos in there. Doesn't hide anything. Kind of like the way the dresses do a little bit. Very nice. Favorite of the bunch. Alright, so this one is also very cool. I would say that this is my second favorite. Momoko. Now, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I had a Japanese friend one time tell me that if you can speak Spanish or read Spanish, just read these phonetically, you know, these Japanese words that are written with like a, I don't know, what is that, Roman numeral? No. Whatever the English letter alphabet is called. I forget. I'm totally blanking. But whenever you see Japanese words spelled like that or names, just pronounce it the way you would if you're reading it in Spanish, and it sounds pretty accurate. So, Momoko, but I don't know. That's just what he said. He could have been pulling my leg. But I really like this one with this little Japanese doll on top. Super cool looking. I love the cherry blossom branches. Yeah, and cherry blossoms are so beautiful. Like, if you've ever seen them in person, and luckily, out in where I live, there's cherry blossoms right outside my window here, where they're blooming. It's so beautiful, especially when they start to fall. So, really wanted to get this series, just for that. Just because cherry blossoms themselves are so pretty. And this one is cool. So, the chaser in this series, so that's why I was reading it here, but same thing. So, the chaser in this series is actually just a repaint. A lot of times Tokidoki actually makes a whole different figure for the chasers. As you just saw with this guy, there's not another one like this one in that same series. There could be in a different one maybe. I'm actually not sure about that. I don't think so. But a lot of times the chasers are a completely different sculpt and like character. But this one isn't. It's a repaint. They're both cool. The chaser might have a slightly nicer paint job on it with a lighter pink. And just, you know, several little differences. Blue horn. Maybe nicer colors, but in essence, they're the same figure. And I like them both. And this one does have a little bit different eyes. It looks like she's closing them, where usually the Unicorno eyes look like that. So very nice one as well. All right, last one. And this one right here is really beautiful. Her name is Regal. And I don't know, actually, now that I look at them, it's hard to tell. Like, all three of these, and this one too, look so nice to me, almost equally nice. When I say this one's my favorite, it's a very slight favorite. Because look how pretty this one looks. Love the pink to white gradient on the body. And it's actually, you know, there's a gradient here, but it kind of carries over to the wing. But it doesn't look like the wing is just set like a separate gradient. They did a good job making that look like gradient goes up this way, stops around here, across the wing and the body, then continues into white. That could have turned out very sloppy, but it didn't. I love the gold metallic paint details. A little necklace is very cute. That little pearl in the middle. Same on both sides. But yeah, this, like, I'm not sure what you would call that. Not really a crown. Or maybe that's a crown, I guess, right? But it's got these gold cherry blossom branches. These very, very tiny cherry blossoms. Very nice details. So these pieces on top are done in a more flexible vinyl, which is nice because if this was a harder vinyl, it would easily break. I think they could still break. Like, if you drop these, they'll still break. But the fact that these have a little bit of give is nice. Makes them a little less fragile. Loving the bow in the hair there. Yeah, very nice series overall. But after seeing them all in person, slight edge, still goes to ethereal here. With these two, maybe these three, tied for third. Overall, very beautiful series. Very happy I got it. Pink is one of my favorite colors. And I love Japanese culture as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching and take it easy.